Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dion. I'm back with a daily Fanduel lineup building video for today, May 3rd. I got back into it yesterday. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just keep on doing this, man. Gotta stick to it, man. I actually need to deposit, but gotta drive the jersey and deposit some money. Let me close this out. Hold on. All right, we good now. I gotta keep playing. Let me just turn the volume down because I hate hearing myself. So I got this going for the live chat. So we got one viewer. That's probably me, but who cares? Um, yeah. So I got back into it yesterday. I was like, you know what? I need to keep doing this, man. Gonna try to stick with it. I've been working a lot, so I pretty much haven't been. That's pretty much the main reason why I haven't been doing MLB videos that much. So I'm still gonna try to do a lot of research, give you guys some insightful news and stuff like that. So without further ado, we're gonna start out today talking about pitchers like we always do. Jake Arrieta, man, 12.1. Now this is a tough decision for me because he's 12.1. I'm definitely gonna deposit because I'm gonna play some cash games. Probably gonna put in like $30 or so. But Jake Arrieta, man, 12.1K versus the Pirates, a team that doesn't really strike out a lot versus righties. But man, he's been dominated. But the thing with me, well, I don't see. I can't. It's tough. I can't play him because this K per nine is kind of low. Uh, he's inducing a lot of contact, man. And the Pirates just a team that I just don't like to pick on at all. We're actually gonna go look at some of his stats, man. I should have wrote that down, but who cares, man? That's what this video is for. We're gonna go take a look at it. Look at his splits, righty lefty splits. Okay, 273. We already know he doesn't give up hard contact at all, pretty much. But so for this year, 273 batting average to lefties and at 48 total batters faced. Pirates don't really have that many lefties besides Polanco, Jason. Yeah, they're like the only two lefties they use, and sometimes Matt Joyce, but that's once in a while. So we really don't gotta worry about that. He doesn't give up much contact. It's in the pitcher's park. So let's also go take a look at what the Pirates been doing as a team. I'd even look at Jake Arrieta's K per nine, but screw it. We'll go back to that versus righties. Let's see where the Pirates rank. Let's go to advance. See Woba first. So Pirates, the top 5 team in Woba. They only came at 18.5%. Let's go see where that's at. Where that's ranked. So they're one of the what's it at? Okay, it's right here. So they're a bottom 5 team in strikeouts. So they don't strike out a lot versus righties. And Arrieta hasn't been the guy that's really been striking out too many people. Well, he does have a good K per nine, but it's not gonna live up to Pirates. Oh, so actually it's not. It hasn't been that good. So he's only at an 8, but he's mainly a pitch to contact and a put away pitcher. So, man, against the Pirates, I don't know if I really want to take that chance. He does have the safest floor of any pitcher here today. Because it's not like he's gonna get shelled or anything. I just don't have faith in him getting enough Ks to really help me take down a tournament or anything. Because right here, this is a tournament I'm in, and like I entered like 5 of these. So we can kind of move on from Arrieta. Sonny Gray, he has the PVP. People would usually say BVP, like batter versus pitcher stats. But since we're talking about the pitcher, I'll say PVB. You can actually go look at it. Batter versus pitcher matchups. He actually has the high pitcher matchup. So the only one of the day. The Mariners only 26 for 126 against him. I'm actually gonna open something up this calculator real quick and do the math because he has 30 Ks and 126 at bats. So okay, 30 times 100. Okay, 3,000 divided by 126. That's 23K%. So he's actually that's pretty good considering his price. Only 9.7 at home in a big ballpark. I can see it panning out. But it's just some other guys that I like around the same price. Matt Harvey's in a decent matchup. We just seen Bartolo freaking go 8 innings with like 7 Ks or something like that. 8 clean innings at that. He didn't give up not one run. So, man, it's almost certain that Harvey can replicate that, I guess, or do something similar to that. Unless I guess you want to believe that's fluky. But let's go look at Matt Harvey real quick. See his play discipline if he's getting any swings and misses. So it's kind of down from his previous 3 years, but I think his velocity is still there. Let's go take a look at that. So I know it's almost a matter of time before his command comes back. And Harvey's one of the best pitchers in the MLB. Let's go. Okay, so it's only down about and not even like 1%, so 1 point something. Still pretty high though. That's the average. So of course he's reaching up to 96, 97. I'm assuming. I haven't watched many Mets games when he pitched, but that's still pretty good. And now let's go look at okay. So 9.9, 86 zone contact. Now let's go look at Bartolo. And Bartolo's not throwing anywhere to kind of heat that Harvey has. So Bartolo 8.1. So Bartolo can do it, man. I'm almost sure Matt Harvey can do it, but who knows? It might have been fluky. Let's go look at the Braves. Let's go see if they're striking out a lot. Oh, what? Okay, it's from here. I left this. Okay, we're not gonna stick on pitchers too long. So I'm gonna talk about a few pitchers I want to pick on. I'm not gonna throw out all the stats in the world, but I'm on player stats. Team. Let's go back to righty, see what the Braves are carrying at this year. Because I know it's definitely up from last year. Last year you couldn't K them at all, but this year it's at let's see. So it's at 20.5. I'm almost certain it was a little bit lower than that last year. So let's go take a look at 2015. Okay. So it's up from 17 to 20, so that's about 3%. We'll actually go see if they put out a lineup yet. See if these guys are anything we're scared of. Let's refresh this. Nope, ATL still hasn't put out a lineup. So until then, man, we'll figure out what's going on there. So Jeff Samardzija, I actually like him a little bit. Extreme ground ball pitcher. Not too many guys that scare me in that Cincy lineup. I know they just killed Cueto, but Samardzija's actually been pitching pretty good, and he doesn't get himself in too many jams. But probably not at that price point. Billy Hamilton leading off, which is a no-no for me because you notice once Billy Hamilton gets on base, that's pretty much a guaranteed run because somebody, unless you're gonna strike out the side after him, it's over. That's like a guaranteed run because he's gonna stay on second and possibly third. So it's almost always gonna be a running and scoring position against you. And they do have some guys that's gonna put the ball in play like Votto, Bruce. Votto K's have been up, but he's been starting to hit the ball a lot better. So I probably would have picked Samardzija here, but he actually has been pitching pretty good. Let's go take a look at something real quick. He's giving up a 315 BABIP, but the FIP is pretty good. So he might have been having some lucky some bad BABIP go his way. 0.8 home runs per 9, so he's not giving up the home runs. And I don't think he gives up a lot of hard contact, so we can actually go look at that. Where's Samardzija? Okay, we got him right here. Let's see. Oh, wrong thing. Splits. I mean, it's a small sample size. It's only 58 batters. Okay, so let's see. 18.6. So he's not giving up any hard contact at all. Decent ground ball rate. Not really high as we like. I think it was pretty higher last year, but still, he's not getting up a lot of hard contact. So I think that's probably why his FIP is that good as well. So, but at that price point, and so many other pitchers that I'd rather take. Okay, I can't really say 8.7. You got Michael Walker versus the I almost called them the Sixers, the Phillies, who's been struggling a little bit to put up runs. They just got annihilated last game. The only reason why I wouldn't play Walker today, it's mainly due because I really have respect for Aaron Nola. It might be a little bias coming from me, but I have Aaron Nola on my season long, and I'm kind of certain he's gonna do his job against the Cardinals. Man, nobody on the Cardinals really scare me, and Nola's been pitching pretty well. So let's go take a look at the numbers real quick. Let me find them. All right, so we're gonna look at Michael Walker first. Giving up a 311 batting average to righties. Why did I say the Sixers? Phillies don't really have any righties that really hit the ball that well against righties. So they throw mainly a lefty lineup out. So maybe Walker can dominate these guys. But 311 batting average is something I like. Let's go look at his FIP. His FIP is actually pretty solid this year. Extreme ground ball pitcher, and he doesn't give up the home runs as much. So that's always good to see. And he's in a pitcher's park. But man, I think they can end up. They could both go 7 clean innings, and then it's gonna come down to the relief pitcher. So probably wouldn't bank on Walker, and he doesn't really have the strikeout stuff that he had last year, and he wasn't even that good last year striking out. It's even worse this year. So But Aaron Nola's, look at the numbers, pretty good. 157 batting average to lefties, 221 to righties. Cardinals have been the highest scoring offense, but still don't trust it. And look at this, man. His FIP is lower than his ERA, which is what you love to see out of pitcher. 0.88 WHIP. He's been dominating. The fastball not there, but he has a bunch of good breaking ball pitches. Like that curveball he has is filthy. It's like a slurve, but filthy. So probably not gonna pick him there. I like Jose Quintana a little bit. Really don't like picking on knuckleball pitchers, but I don't like playing them. So he's a fade. Tanner Rogg's been fake, but I gotta see him giving up some runs here against KC, man. We had some pretty good lefties. We'll scroll down. Marco Estrada is not a guy I want to pick on, but not a guy I really want to. I want to roster, especially against the Rangers, because it just doesn't. Just can't. I just can't do it, man. Rangers have a lot of good bats that can get it going. Odor gets on base. Mazara's been hitting pretty well. Felder's a little bit off. Moreland has a lot of power, but let's go take a look at Estrada. That favorite is crazy. 242 batting average to lefties, 237 to righties. So he's been doing pretty good, man. He's a guy that he'll probably only go 6 innings, but if he does the job, I could see him having a solid outing and actually getting a win. To tell you the truth, if he goes 6-4, 6-5 with only like 2 earned runs, he should be in line with the win with the Blue Jays offense, about to explode today against Martin Perez. But let me go look at the chat. Okay, we don't have anybody right now. It's not lit, so we'll keep it going. We got Iwakuma not in a good spot. Kazmir. Lefties versus the Rays. I don't do it to myself. Matt Moore, though, I actually like him versus Dodgers. He's been pitching pretty well. Man, he has a high swing and strike percentage. I think it's like 11.2 or something like that. So he's been missing a lot of bats. Chris Tillman, my Yankee bias won't allow me to play him, but he's actually been pitching a lot better. Severino's been disappointing, man, this year, man. He had such a good year last year, and he's coming back this year, just been getting lit up. Like, he hasn't I don't think he's last more than 5 innings yet. And then we got Patrick Corbin. I'm not really going to pick on the Marlins with lefties. Stanton, man, if anybody gets on base today, it's like that's automatic 2 runs because Stanton is definitely going yard today. I gotta have some exposure to him. Perez, like I said, we want to pick on him. Now, Tropiano, he's going to most likely be in a few of my tournament lineups. I would even play him in Cavs versus the Brewers. They don't really have too many lefties, and that's the only problem he's had this year is with lefties. So, has a pretty good swing and strike percentage. Let's go look to see if Brewers put out their lineup. Let's refresh it again. Okay, no Brewers lineup, but let's go take a look at Tropiano, man. He's been actually balling, so I like him. Play discipline. Let's see. A 13.0 swing and strike percentage. The only problem I have with him, he doesn't usually go deep into games. I think it's more about he wastes a lot of pitches. But against this Brewer team, I can definitely see him having a great game. Who else we have? Jonathan Neese is the gas can. I'm loving Cubs. I'm loving those right-handed bats from the Cubs against him. He's set to die. Oh, John Mosca, is he playing? Okay, he's not missing any time. So I was about to say, like, he's about to get scratched. I definitely love lefties from the Giants against Moscow. He's been struggling with the lefties. Matt Whistler, let me load up on him with Mets lefties. And Chris Young, man, he's set to die soon enough. I feel like Bryce Harper, Daniel Murphy's in great spots against him. I like him a little bit. And then Guerrero, man, I looked up this guy for his minor league numbers. He's not that bad. I know it's only he played in AAA, so that lets you know that he's in the highest minor league thing. But let's go. Hold on. Yeah. I was looking at his stats earlier. He actually has a pretty good swing and strike percentage, but I heard that he plays in the league that he's in, that he was in minors in 2015 was a league that didn't really have much offense. So, but look, 14.2 swing and strike percentage is what I like to see. So that's pretty high, and he's definitely going to get the team. He can get some Ks on, man. Well, not some Ks on against the Angels, but if the Angels don't really put the ball in play, well, they put the ball in play, but they don't really put up much offense. And they never seen him before, so he can surprise them a little bit, get some sneaky Ks on them. I think he can get about 4 or 5, just off the fact that they never seen him before. Probably don't really have much of a scouting report on him either. So I like him a little bit. So now, with that being said, we can start talking about the skill positions, man. I don't like to call pitcher skill positions. Um, Buster Posey versus Moscot in a great spot, man. That Reds bullpen is horrible, man. All you have to do is get the starting pitcher for the Reds out in 5 innings, and you're pretty much set for what 7, 8 runs on them. So I think Buster Posey's gonna have a lot to do with that. He's in a great spot. Wellington Castillo versus Nicolino. I don't even know how you say the dude's name, but a lefty. I love Castillo versus lefties. He's just a master. Period. Righties, lefties, it doesn't matter. The only thing that scares me is that big ballpark, but he has enough power, so I wouldn't be surprised if he took the guy deep. Who else do we got? Scroll down for catcher. I'm not really a fan of too many catchers today. JT Realmuto, I like him a little bit. He has a little bit of pop versus lefties. He's been on the history if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so that's about 7 games in a row with a hit, at least a hit or two. So that's fine for me. I have no problem with him. Weeders, maybe. I'm just not a guy that can stack against my Yankees unless it's a gas can, man. I really feel like Severino's gonna get it back eventually. And I just don't want to. I just don't want to pick on. I just don't want to pick on him too much on the day that he actually starts to play good again. But the Orioles have been on fire, so uh, I still think he could be in play. All right, so that's about it for catcher. I'm not really feeling the catchers too much. First base, even Rizzo versus lefty, I'm not. I don't have no problem with it, just because John Neese is not gonna miss too many bats. I'm not really. Rizzo puts the ball in play, so I have no problem with them. Just not at that prize point. Like we seen him get home runs off lefties last year. So, but just at 4,700, just a little bit too much for me. We got Goldie versus lefty. I like that. You can't go wrong with Goldie versus lefty. The stats have been down a little bit. He hasn't been hitting as good, but man, still, we know what he does career wise versus lefties. Chris Davis always in a good spot. Let's go look at Severino, man. Let's go see if he's giving up a lot of hard contact to lefties or righties. Let's see. That's always a telling. That's always lets me know if there's a chance that there might be a home run. Okay, so 29.6, not the excuse me, not that it's a little bit right below average. Not that bad. So I don't know if I really want to pick him on the road versus lefties. I guess because he plays in a hit up home versus lefties 35. I guess because he plays in a hitter friendly park in Yankee Stadium. So that's why it might have been happening, or it just depends on the teams he played. I'll have to actually go look at it, but he's giving up a 306 batting average to lefty. So either way, man, even if we're not getting a home run, Chris Davis definitely in play there. Brandon Bell versus Moscow. I already said all the lefties versus him. We got Eric Hosmer. Think he could be a solid play versus Tanner Rock. Rock's been balling this year, but man, it's KC, man. They'll nickel and dime you to death. They'll take pitches. They're not going to be chasing a lot of pitches like the Phillies. I think he played the Phillies twice. I think he's had like 3 good matchups. I think Tanner Rock has faced the Phillies twice and the Padres, so that might have boosted his stats up a lot more than it should be. But let's go take a look at his game log. So he's played the Philly. Okay, no, he played the Philly once. He played Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota really strikes out a lot versus righties. But he's like 15 Ks, man. That's showing he's actually in command. So had a decent outing. Oh no, he died versus the Marlins. Okay, against ATL, a team that doesn't strike out a lot. Of course, he could do that, but he still didn't give up any earned runs. Braves not that good on offense anyway for him to do that. So Miami twice, and he's died to them twice. So maybe there's some merit to playing KC. Played 2 good teams. Well, he played Miami twice, who are a pretty solid team, and he's died against them. So maybe against KC, that same situation can happen. But in such a big ballpark, and I don't think he's giving up home runs or anything like that. So definitely probably don't want to stack against him, but might have some exposure just because Hosmer's so cheap. Well, not cheap, 3,500. He's worth a play. Maybe it feels like a small slate, like an express slate, and he's like there's like maybe two or three good first basemen. You want to go contrarian? Not a bad play. Jaso versus damn, why did I forget who the Cubs pitcher was for today? Let me go back and look at it. I'm the worst. Jake Arrieta. Pause. Yeah, we don't want no exposure to anybody. Yeah, forget it. I forget I even talked about it. E5 versus Perez. I like that a lot. A lot of hard contact there. We got Young Cole Park versus Houston. I keep forgetting these pitchers. Who's the pitcher for today? Okay, Colin Mayhew. He's actually been giving up some hard contact to righties, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see real quick. Okay, the FIP is actually pretty good. High BABIP, so maybe that's going to come back down with the FIP being pretty solid. But he's giving up a 340 batting average to righties. Let's go take a look at the hard contact because we know Young Cole Park is he's smoking the baseball. I think his ISO and hard contact rates through the roof. So we'll take a look at it. And let's go look at the FIP too. Yeah, okay, so he must have had some bad bounces because the FIP is 1.53 to righties and 5.32 to lefties. So definitely probably has some bad bounces. But now he's in a hitter friendly park for lefties. So I guess some lefties in play, but probably not the righties so much. But 419 BABIP to lefties, 421 to righties. Okay, let's go look at the hard contact. He's not giving up much hard contact to either lefties or righties. So who knows? It might have been some fluky games against him, but I still don't have no problem with Young Cole Park. Just because he's smoking the ball so much, I don't even know if the other pitchers' hard contact rate even means anything at this point. If he's not missing bats, and right now it doesn't seem like McHugh's missing bats. So Young Cole Park definitely in play. Duda, we already like lefties versus Whistler. Who else we got? Fielder versus Estrada. Nah. Teixeira versus Chris Tillman. Nah, I'm not really on any Yankees today. That's probably a bad thing. Pedro Alvarez got some pop, and Severino's been struggling, so he's definitely in play if he gets to start. Who else do we have at first base? That's about it for first base for me. Maybe, yeah, that's about it for me for first base. Kind of move on to second base. Like Neil Walker, we already said that. Logan Forsythe, all the Rays righties kill lefties. Well, most of them. So Forsythe, I don't know if I really want to play 3,800 for a leadoff guy who doesn't really steal bases or anything like that. He's just a power guy, but he does hit lefties extremely well. He's getting Scott Kazmir, who's had some. He's more of a reverse splits pitcher, so it's kind of weird. But I think Forsythe is definitely in play. He's definitely gonna be in the player pool. Next we got Daniel Murphy, who I like a lot, versus Chris Young. Chris Young's FIP is through the roof. He's giving up extremely hard contact. Did I write it down? Oh, yeah, 58.1 hard contact percentage to lefties, and Murphy's actually been crushing the ball and hitting extremely well. So I like a big ballpark, but still like Murphy. I think he's a solid play. Brett Lowry versus Knuckleballer. He might be in play, but I don't really pick on Knuckleballer. I know they're not going to score. I know they're going to put some runs on the board, but it's just hard to predict where it's going to come from. But if I had to take a guess, Lowry maybe. Righties versus knuckleballers usually do good, so probably Lowry. Now, I think he actually hit one. Hold on. Did these guys just play? Because I'm almost certain they just played. They played each other recently. Let me see. Where's this guy at? Okay. Hyde. Stephen Wright. I feel like I might be bugging. Or it might have been the Baltimore right, and I thought it was this right. But let's see. Okay, Brett Lowry 1 for 4. Yeah, it might have been the Baltimore right. Let me go check his game log. Oh yeah, he hasn't played them this year. But let me go look at Dickey to see. Let me see how they done versus Dickey. Can you change the team actually? Oh yeah, you can't change the team. So Dickey versus White Sox. I gotta go to Chicago Sox. Let's see what Brett Lowry has done against this knuckleballer. 1 for 9. So maybe not. Maybe not. But we also got Ben Zobrist. He kills lefties. We already know about him. His numbers. Who else we got? Dietrich, not against a lefty. Nope. I wish Scooter Jeanette would come back, man, because I've been wanting to play some. There's been some righties that has been kind of sus that have come to Miller Park, and I just haven't been able to take advantage of them because the Brewers don't have any lefties, man. And he was like smoking the ball at one point before he got injured. Who else we got? Jed Lowry, maybe. And that's about it for second baseman for me. Not too many guys I really like there. I'm actually about to look at that Dodgers lineup since it seemed like it came out. Arenado, Donaldson, Chris Bryant, Machado. All I think all four of these guys have home run potential today. Like I don't think you can go wrong with any of these four third basemen today. The top four are really like all in great matchups. So I like all four of them. Who else we have? Moose maybe. Who else? Maybe Seager in the late night. I think it was a late night game. Oh yeah, there's two late night games. So let's go look at the pitches from those. Seager getting Sonny Gray, but I think Sonny Gray is a reverse splits pitcher. Like he gives up more to righties than lefties, if I'm not mistaken. And Seager's like a guy that hits lefties better than he hits righties, so it's weird. So maybe that just crack. They just collide and freaking Seager hits the home run off him. I don't know. But let's go back to it. Third base. After that, we got Prado, man. This guy has the highest batting average in the NL, if I'm not mistaken. This guy is on a tear right now. He's getting multiple hits. Like, if you need a cash game play, if you're playing Arrieta, and I know you can find some value at other positions, but man, you can't go wrong with Martin Prado, man. This guy is killing right now. So let's actually go take a look at him real quick. See his batting average. Did the Marlins put out a lineup yet? Why am I blind? I can't find them. Okay, it's right here. So Martin Prado batting second, a 410 batting average. We all know he kills lefties in the past. 500 right now, but it's only 10 at bats. But last year, 114 at bats, 325 average, and he's just hitting the ball extremely well. So certainly probably the safest cash game play at third baseman today versus Corbin. Who else we got? Longo in this at 3,100 is pretty cheap against a lefty. We know he's career wise he's done good versus lefties. Kind of struggling a little bit this year, but who cares? David Wright, if you want to go with a Mets stack, Duffy's in play versus Moscow. I think a lot of those guys in play versus Moscow in that Reds bullpen. So, who else we have here? Jake Lamb versus oh no, that's a lefty matchup. Never mind, I'll take that back. Okay, so I think that's about it for third base. Now we'll slide through to shortstop, and then we're probably gonna mess around and make a lineup. Trevor Story versus Andrew Cashner reverse splits this year. I don't know how long that's gonna keep up, but for some reason Cashner went from being trash versus lefties to now being pretty decent, I guess, to being trash versus righties now. So let's go see if that's gonna keep up. I definitely like him in the late night. I'll probably have some exposure to him in the late night if I join one of those tournaments. But the 405 FIP. A 340 batting average to righties, 178 to lefties. Now let's go take a look to see if he's getting lucky. So we can go look at the FIP for lefties as opposed to righties, Cashner this year. And FIP's supposed to be like the true indicator of ERA. So I don't know the exact mathematics behind it, but 5.60 FIP to righties. I don't know if you can really go wrong. And Trevor Story has a lot of power, man. A lot of power. And I think let's go take a look at Cashner if he's giving up not giving up that much hard contact, but Story's delivering a lot of hard contact. So who knows? That could be a nice matchup for the late night. Who else do we have at shortstop? Segura versus a lefty. Can't go wrong there. Villar. Oh, never mind. We don't really want to pick on Trapiano today. He's like the only lefty hitter, but he kind of struggles versus righties. Who else? And I don't think Trapiano's the worst. He's actually a strikeout pitcher, so I'll probably look elsewhere. As Dribble Carrera. I usually call him As Dribble. I don't like to call him As Dribble. Brandon Crawford, he's probably a lock for me today, especially against Johns Moskov. Probably probably has the most power on that team. Besides, who else would I say has the most power? Yeah, it definitely has the most power on that team from the left side of the plate, man. So if you're picking on Moscow, definitely got to have Brandon Crawford in there. He's probably a lock for me in most of my lineup. Probably be a staple in most of my lineup. So shortstop, that's about it for me. And then, of course, we got Bryce Harper, Giancarlo. These two guys definitely lock them in. If you can get some exposure to either of them, put them in your lineup, man. I think they're both going yard today. Chris Young has had some struggles. I already told you the higher contact he's giving up to lefties. And he's been a fly ball pitcher this year, so I don't even care about the ballpark for Bryce Harper. He just smokes the baseball. I don't care if he's cold. This matchup is just too good. He's had a bunch of 0 for 4 games, 0 for 3. got a hit yesterday. Kind of struggling, but man, this is his price. He's under 5K now. Makes him playable, and he's always got to have that double down potential. So I like Bryce Harper a little bit, and Giancarlo. Just get some exposure to those two guys. Is Brown playing? Okay, so we don't have any idea if he's playing Cespedes versus Whistler. I have no problem with that. Dexter Fowler versus lefty. Conforto, we already know about lefties versus Whistler. We got to lock him in. Jose Batista is definitely going to be a part of my Toronto stack. I stacked Toronto yesterday and it didn't work out. But so it's only that DFS rule 101. If the stack doesn't work the day before, play it the next day, man. So that's how I'm looking at it. Let's go take a look. Oh, what up? What up, Kavion? I hope I'm saying your name right. Kavoin, I guess. Yeah, shout out to you, man. But I've been doing pretty decent, man. I just been really playing tournaments though, so I really haven't had like a big payday. So I'm gonna start getting back into cash games consistently, but I usually don't play cash games consistently because when I feel like playing them, the pitchers are bad or it's a chorus slate, and I hate playing cash games on chorus slate. So I'm not doing bad, but I'm not doing great at all. So, but I feel like I've been starting to do a lot better lately. I've been getting right with a lot of hitters lately. So that's been my problem. I play a lot of tournaments. So I take chances on some hitters that really nobody's gonna be on. But I'm just starting to piece it to get starting to piece it together. So I feel like today I'm gonna take one down, man, just for you. Who else we have? Cargo. He has bad BVP versus Cashner, and somehow Cashner is good versus lefties now. So probably don't want to look at that. Hunter Pence, a good spot. Who else we have here? Miles versus lefty. Got a lot of power. Who else? Okay, so these outfielders are starting to look shaky now. Span, lefties versus Moskov. I like it. I had stolen base upside. Can't go wrong with Span. Who else we have? Ozuna. Always a tournament play because he's not consistent. But I think he has a little bit of pop in his bat versus lefty. So we've seen him go yard plenty of times in Miami. Who else? Jacoby Ellsbury. Nah. Josh Reddick versus Iwakuma. He has the BVP on him, so that could be a solid play. David Perot. Oh no, this is a lefty matchup. Well, I keep forgetting that. And then next we got I'm looking for his name to come up. We got Chris Davis who just doubled down yesterday. So I know his freaking if he was gonna be 2% today, he's gonna be like 7%, 7 to 10% just because of what he did yesterday with the double dong. So I like Oswaldo Arcia. Colin McHugh has been struggling a little bit with lefties, and Oswaldo is one of the few lefties that Minnesota throws out there, and he has a lot of pop in his bat. And he's in Houston, man, where a lot of home runs fly. So we'll see what happens there. I'm gonna have some exposure to him today, and after that, man, it starts getting slim for this list. I'm not really feeling a lot of outfielders here. Of course, Billy Hamilton leading off, gotta have some exposure to him. Stolen base upside is through the roof. Brandon Geyer batting second versus a lefty. A guy who doesn't miss bats either. And that's about it, man. I'm not really feeling anybody else. So with that being said, I'm gonna try to make a lineup real quick. I want to see what we get. I'm gonna try to make a high price lineup with one of the studs. See if we could fit some value guys in there. So for a lot of you guys who really gonna be playing Arrieta, let's see if we can make something with Arrieta. So you scroll down, see we got some cheap players. I told you I like Real Muto a little bit. So he's at 2,900 first base. See if we can get some cheap. Let's see if we can find that cheap first baseman today. That's in a good spot. I like Yonder Alonso a little bit. We might have to go Pedro. Or we could probably. Oh no, we don't have to do that yet because we could lock in Billy Hamilton into our cast. So let's lock him in first. Because we know where a lot of that's probably gonna open up a lot of salary elsewhere. Billy Hamilton, Prado, those guys are pretty much locks for me. Crawford, where's Crawford at? Think he's pretty safe. I have to find some more value in the outfield. Let's see. We got second base. We can find some value. Let's see. The cheapest I could go at second base might be Zobrist, man. Damn. I really have to find some value. First base. We can go Duda. I like Duda versus Whistler. I think he's safe enough. Bats fifth, right in the heart of the order. Now we got 2,500 left to go with. It's gonna be pretty hard to find some bats, but let's see if we can make it work. Oh, Matt Joe. Oh, yes, Arietta. Never mind. Okay. Damn, y'all see peak 2,800 now. Oh yeah, we got Gaia. I forgot about Gaia. We got 2,300 Gaia. Now we got 2,700 left to spend. I like Oswaldo Arcia, but I don't know if I could trust. Oh, we don't have enough for him anyway. But I don't know if I could trust him in cash. John Jay versus what's this guy's name? Not Bettis. Eddie Butler could be a good spot for him. So yeah, I think we could do that. John Jay hasn't been consistent, but I think he's definitely putting the ball in play. And Eddie Butler doesn't have much K stuff, so you could do that for a high price guy. Now for a mid tier guy that I like today, I think he's probably safer to win too, like Matt Moore. So now we can really pay up for the bats that I like. So we got that in. You can't go wrong with Buster Posey. First base. I'm probably gonna try to fit a Toronto stack. To be honest with you, we'll see if we can make it work. Cause I think I got enough value plays to make a Toronto stack happen. So let me look for E5. Okay, we're gonna put in the guys that we know gonna help the stack right away. So go Bautista. Where's Bautista? His price is down a little bit too, so that's clutch. Donaldson might be the killer though. Donaldson. Okay, no, we got enough. So we could still make this work. Billy Hamilton, we got speed. So we got some speed there. And since I play Bam more, I think it's probably only right that I go Gaia. Maybe. Just because I'm expecting my guy to get the win. So second base, we got guys in a good spot like Logan Forsythe, but I think the most consistent guy that I can probably that he's batting super high, like his batting average is super high, so you can get some exposure to Daniel Murphy. So I like that there, man. Moore. I think that's a pretty solid lineup, to tell you the truth. And then my actual the super value lineup if I go with which Tropiano. We go Tropiano. Okay. I like Posey a lot today, but so we'll have him. We can make this a random lineup. It's not gonna be a stack or anything, but I think the highest score is at each position. Let's just go high score at each position. Damn, I think E5 can really. But Chris Davis matchup's just too good. Okay, second base. The highest scorer at second base. Man, it might just be Daniel Murphy, man. Daniel Murphy, third base, highest scorer. Josh Donaldson. Just setting up like okay. About to say it's setting up like a Toronto stack, but Brandon Crawford, I think he's a lock. Damn, I gotta have some exposure to my guy Conforto. So that's leaving us with not too much. Oswaldo, wanna have some home run pop. 2,800. Let's see what we got for 2,800. Okay. Maybe go back with Chris Davis. I don't think John Jay has much upside, so I probably wouldn't play him. I guess you go to Billy Hamilton, man. You still get a lot of stolen bases. And with that being said, man, we're about to come to an end with the video. Yeah, shout out to you, Adam Yell. Got 6 views, man. I appreciate if you guys give this a thumbs up, man. That'd be dope. But yeah, I definitely like a Met stack. I got 5 tournament lineups in, so definitely gonna have a Met stack. I won one yesterday. I picked 2 of the wrong bats. I had Conforto, who kind of stunk it up yesterday, and I had Neil Walker, who didn't really do much. So I think playing those guys again I think everybody's gonna go to David Wright and Cespedes today, and I think the guys that's gonna home run is gonna be Walker. Of course, I think Duda could probably home run again. Neil Walker, Duda, Conforto. I feel like they could all hit one today. So probably gonna do a Met stack most likely. And with that being said, man, I'm about to come to an end on this video. If you like it, man, and appreciate the content, man, give it a thumbs up, like it. subscribe, man, to the channel, and that's it, man. Hit me up on Twitter, Daily FD Lineups. Let me show it real quick. I actually got 2 interactions. Okay, got some new followers. Yeah, so let me show you guys the name. You can see it right here under DFS Chopper. So Daily FD Lineups there. You could hit me up. I'll answer any questions. We could talk about plays and everything. So I'm about to come to an end. Hopefully we can win somebody today. And peace out, man.